Hare Krishna, I'm Snita Sunil with you in 2-minute Mahabharata stories. Let us chant chapter 13, verse 33 of Bhagavad Gita. Yetha sarvagatam sauksmyad akasham nopalipyate sarvatravastito dehe tatatmanopalipyate. Let us see the translation. Just as space is everywhere, and smoke or dust can fill it, but never stain it, so the Atma lives in the body, through pleasure and pain, good and bad, and remains pure and untouched. That is why Krishna gives this Kshetrajna Yoga to remind us, you are the knower of the field, not the field itself. Let us see a small story. In this story, we see that Krishna is talking about the Kshetrajna Yoga, and then the moral is like space, that is Akasha, smoke fills the village below, but the sky stays untouched. So too the Atma stays pure in the body. So let us understand this story. A young king was troubled. If the soul lives in this body, doesn't it get stained by all my anger, my mistakes, my sorrows? A village elder took him to a kitchen. She showed him 2 clay pots. Look, Raja, this pot cooked in smoke all day, black inside. This one is new and clean. She turned both pots face up to the open sky. Tell me, is the sky inside the dirty pot any different from the sky inside the clean pot? The king looked. The sky was the same, clear, vast, untouched. The elder smiled. The pot is your body. The sky inside is your Atma. The suit can touch the pot, never the sky. Now, in these 2 images, we can see in the first image of the story, the sky is the same in a clean pot and a smoky pot. The second one is the realization. That is, the soul stays pure like space. Now, what is the moral of this story? Live in the world. Do your karma. But remember, like Akasha, you are the witness. The mud touches the pot, not the sky. Thank you. Let us continue in the next episode tomorrow. Good day to all of you.
ಹರೇ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ. ಶ್ರೀಮದ್ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯ 13 ಶ್ಲೋಕ 33. ಯಥಾ ಸರ್ವಗತಂ ಸೌಕ್ಷ್ಮ್ಯಾತ್ ಆಕಾಶಂ ನೋಪಲಿಪ್ಯತೆ ಸರ್ವತ್ರಾವಸ್ಥಿತೋ ದೇಹೇ ತಥಾತ್ಮಾನೋಪಲಿಪ್ಯತೆ. ಈ ಶ್ಲೋಕದ ಭಾವಾರ್ಥ: ವಾಯುವು, ನೀರು, ಮಣ್ಣು, ಹೊಲಸು ಮತ್ತು ಬೇರೇನೇ ಇರಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ರವೇಶಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. ಆದರೂ ಅದು ಯಾತರೊಡನೆಯೂ ಬೆರೆಯುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಜೀವಿಯು ಹಲವಾರು ದೇಹಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಲೆಸಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಆತನ ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮ ಸ್ವಭಾವದಿಂದಾಗಿ ಅವುಗಳಿಂದ ದೂರ ಇರುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಆದುದರಿಂದ ಜೀವಿಯು ಈ ದೇಹದೊಡನೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಸಂಪರ್ಕ ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತಾನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅದು ನಾಶವಾದ ನಂತರ ಹೇಗೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ಹೊರಗಿರುತ್ತಾನೆ ಎನ್ನುವುದನ್ನು ಐಹಿಕ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳಿಂದ ನೋಡಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವ ಜ್ಞಾನಿಯೂ ಇದನ್ನು ಖಚಿತಪಡಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಲಾರ.